Okay, welcome back. So, in our last episode, we found a mother lode of uranium, and we're now settling down on that rock to harvest some of that up and begin to forage further and further out into space and find some cool stuff out there. So, first things first, we got a new small ship, new large ship, and a new station. So we're going to build a new station. So you click on that and it gives you a little cube, a little metal frame to build your space station off of. And it's kind of like a little placeholder. So we're going to place it, like I said, I was in the last video, I want to place it right above that uranium. So we're going to come up here and it's going to be building at a really funky angle. But we know the sun's that direction, which we do want to exploit later. So we're going to build right here. Alright, so cool, plop. This block will not move, ever. See him banging into it, doesn't do anything. So what we're going to do is we're going to grab some more. These are block pieces and different pieces of equipment, period, that you can build inside this game. So these are light armor and heavy armor blocks. Light armor blocks take 25 for a station. If you look over there on the far right, it says large station, light armor blah, truncated words. They take 25 steel plates. So we're going to use those. And just in case we want to do some angled parts and bits, we're going to put those there. So, and you just plop, drop the frame down. Okay, so we're just going to build a simple little frame here. Oh, you need steel plates to build. Okay. So when you're building things, you need one steel plate to initially start. Whatever that first ingredient is, in this instance it's a steel plate, you need one of those to place the block. Basically, I have the intent to build this, so by proving I have the intent to build this, I have one of the base system components needed to build it. So, guess what? This whole ship is made out of steel plates. Time to get cutting. We are going to take this ship apart, as we won't be able to use it once we die. Once we die, that thing vanishes. We're good. And now we're going to come over here, and we're going to take all those steel plates that we just collected from the ship and apply them to building us this little station. So now what I'm going to do is I'm only going to tear that ship down to a certain extent, because I still want to use that ship as like a life raft. But we can scavenge a lot out of it before it becomes non-functional. So you see me use a grinder, and here you can see me use a welder. So if you look on the bottom right hand corner, we need basically 24 more steel plates for this block to be complete. So as you begin welding, it will add those 24 plates if they exist in your inventory, which I have 55. We will be able to finish almost 2 blocks. So, and ta-da, that is 1 plate welded. And we'll get another one. Apply a couple more plates to this. See how it went to 8 and then it stopped. That's all the plates I had in my inventory. Now you get to go cut this thing up some more. This will just allow us to get in and out of the ship easier. Now it's going to be more like a truck. Just, you know, hopping in the bed of the truck and taking off. Or an open cab Jeep or something like that. So, alright. So we talked briefly about health. See, my health's still at 100%. You can hurt yourself. I mean, think about a spacesuit as fragile as they are. I mean, you're in a very, very hostile environment being space. And they've kind of added a little bit of that to the game, where if you fly into things at a high enough velocity, you will take damage. You could die. I would demonstrate, but I'm going to actually try to make it as far into the series as possible without causing any or too much major trauma to my person. Oh, so it's been a while since I've been in a chair. You can see my energy is at 18% and counting down. That gets bad. We've talked about that a couple times during our search for energy. That you will die if you do not take care of that. So we're going to climb in our chair here real quick. Let that charge up. And we are on 2 days of fuel time with the refinery going. Just, oh man, we gotta check this out. Refinery off. 121 days. Outstanding. Over a third of a year. Outstanding. Keep that refinery going. Where's it at? It's only halfway through that uranium. Up to 30 kilograms of uranium. Nice. Doing well. We're doing good. This is really awesome considering how bad off we were a little bit ago. You know, I don't think that one has weapons on it. I don't remember. Man. I could use a small ship to get around on. That would be awesome. I'm pretty sure that's a small ship which doesn't have weapons. Then we could dismantle this thing almost entirely then. If we had a small ship to get around on. I'm going to chance it. Okay. So 9,000 units away. We're going to get up to speed. And it's kind of like shooting a rifle. Kind of want to lead your target a little bit. Because it's moving and so are you, and such a long distance away. Turn our dampeners off and float. So you want your grinder out when you're doing this. Because you have to do what's called hack the system. You don't control this ship that you're flying towards. That's why it's all red. It's very hostile. And I've done a very bad thing. I left home without paying attention to which direction it was. Yeah, I was just talking about that in the last video. How you can easily lose home. So it's that one right there with the dot on it. Okay. This could get pretty dicey here if I lose that. And here I was talking about it that entire time, and then I turn around and do exactly what I was talking about. So, okay, if this had guns on it, it would be shooting me, and I would be close to dying. Or dead already. Okay, so here we go. Sweet. Alright, we got ourselves a really cool ship. I've captured one of these before in my single player game. So now I can't get in the cockpit. Access denied. So remember that red and blue stripe? We have to get that down to that bar and then rebuild it. Like that. So now we own this ship. And now, even more of a problem, is us finding our way back home. I apologize for the sound. That was an alert. I think that's it. Man, that sucks. No, it was towards the sun. That's it. Wow, this thing's really snappy. I am pretty sure that's home. Ooh, let's keep our fingers crossed. Wow. I'm popping my knuckles in anticipation. I hope that's home, because if not, then I'll totally be going the wrong direction and totally hosed. Okay, this will be interesting. So, alright, so let's check out what this thing's got. Oh, we can't. So, we don't have control. All this red stuff is access denied, which means we can't interface with any of it. We can't check inventory. There's weapon systems on board. We can't use any of those. So this is a player-created ship. It's pretty awesome. Like I said, I captured one of these in my single-player world, and yeah, pretty phenomenal. I like it. And I'm not feeling too comfortable about that being home. Oh man. Man, this is gonna suck if that's not it. Well, let's see how lucky Havoc is today, huh? Let's get in there and check it out. Fuel time's pretty low on this ship, but if we make it back home, that won't be so big a deal. This is not home. Epic fail. Wow. Wow, this is pretty bad. This is pretty freaking bad. Amazing, because I was just talking about it too. It's like, don't do this, and then guess what I did? Well, let's try another rock. Let's conserve fuel. We got 19 days to find home. Wow. Wow, this is crazy. I can't believe I did that. Remember, kids, do as I say, not as I do. So frustrating. Especially because I had just found all that uranium. Dead air. Me not talking due to pure frustration of losing home. Man. And as this is space, there is no up. up, down, left, right, it's all irrelevant. So trying to find home is can be pretty critical. But on the plus side, you see that where it says Fury Indicator on the back, that's a beacon. And if I do find my way back home, I won't lose it again because the beacon goes on home. And I'll be able to keep track of where home is if I find it again. I am pretty sure there's not enough on this ship to build a refinery. Because without a refinery, we cannot get the raw materials we need. So therefore, game over. Total build packs in there. Game over, man. Game over, man. This rock looks promising. Let's check up here. Nope. So it would have been right here. Ah, man. Super bummed. Wow. I don't think I could have screwed up much more than that. Well, yeah, I could have. So pretty much the only thing that could save it right now would be to find a space station. Which, from what I understand, it's like finding a needle in a haystack. They're so few and far between. Man. I mean, I was lucky to get this nice ship. Man, it looks like a big old chunk of magnesium right there. So if you couldn't tell, I basically have abandoned the search for our little ship, our home base ship. It is just lost, which I'm sure you can hear it in my voice. Totally sucks, and I am totally downed on. So this turned into a video of me finding a new home, hopefully. So I keep pivoting around just the hope of catching a glimmer of something that just doesn't look like it belongs, and it being a base of some sort. Because yeah, there's nothing out here. Imagine that, all this space and there's nothing here. Yeah, I can't wait to see comments on how much of a noob move that was for me to do that. Just up and leave my home base like that. So let's go check out that. That looks like a pretty cool shape. lot of nothing right now. Man. I needed this ship too, but I should have stayed on the base. It's kind of like impulse buying. It's like, ooh, something shiny, and took off and forgot to leave my little breadcrumbs to get back home. Yeah, there's a lot of people on coming up with different ways to send out beacons in different directions, so you can give yourself some type of point of reference. You know, so you can basically consider the sun up. I mean, in theory. So maybe tell someone to go up. They can all generalize and think, okay, the sun is up, and go in that direction. But when you're dealing in a 3D environment, it's a little bit harder to do. So you have all the axes to consider when motion comes into play. Man. Super bummed out. Oh, I see a glint of yellow. I see these rocks like that, and like just to the bottom left of the screen, there's a glint of yellow on that, and it's like, man, could that be player made? Or even that one there, there's that glint of white just right off of the very tip of it. Could end up going in circles for a very, very, very long time and never actually finding anything. Well, nothing fancy in here. Ooh, that was... could have shredded the ship. Oh, these little thingies right here. Oh, man. Those are bad. Those could have shredded the ship. Let's go check this little rock down here, and then we'll go over and check out that guy over there. Well, luckily the ship I picked to be stranded in has a little bit of uranium in it. Not as bad off as we were in the starter ship, as far as just power-wise, but sadly, without a refinery, we are in just as bad a shape. Nothing there. Okay. So we're going to make our way down to this rock, and then we're going to call it from here. I'm going to contemplate the options I have for where we take this from here. Because without a refinery, there is nothing more we can do than just exactly what I'm doing right now. Is fly around in circles. Not exactly the most appealing content I want to be uploading and sharing with you guys, but you get to see me royally screw up right at the beginning, so more to come, I'm sure. There's plenty of places to mess up in this game. There's been a couple times where I've had rocks fall on me, or my ship, you know, go to detach one part and make a cut in the wrong spot, and the whole thing just comes apart and just starts floating off into space. Really cumbersome problem to have. So yeah, I'll be making mistakes, and you guys will be able to comment and tell me what I could do better. I mean, how would you have left that to go get the ship would you not have left to go get the ship? Would you have just, not done the impulse buy and stayed on the main base and waited until you were a little bit more situated? It's a pretty cool shape. Alas, there is nothing on it. Oh, okay. Well. Alright, that's where I'm going to call it. We're going to continue flying in a direction, and like I said, I'm going to do some contemplating on where we can go next in the series. Because like I said, I don't want you guys just watching me get lost. I mean, if you guys were doing that, you'd be watching dash cams of people in Russia or something, driving around aimlessly. Alright, thanks YouTubers. Make comments below, like and subscribe. Talk to you more later.